The Special Education Department of Jersey City Public Schools presents a webinar series focusing on building a stronger reader at home. The fifth part of this webinar series will focus on comprehension strategies. What is comprehension? Comprehension is the understanding and interpretation of what is read. To accurately understand written material, children need to be able to decode what they read, make connections between what they read and what they already know, draw conclusions about what they read, including what is important, what is a fact, what caused an event to happen, etc. Having sufficient vocabulary to understand harder texts is essential. Developing vocabulary. This strategy will focus on developing vocabulary. The more words a reader knows, the more they are able to comprehend what they are reading and listening to. A good exercise for developing vocabulary is to begin by choosing interesting words from a book your child is reading. To build meaning, follow the following steps. First, provide a child-friendly definition for the new word. Example would be, enormous means that something is really, really big. Second, provide a child-friendly example that makes sense in their daily life. An example would be, remember that really big watermelon we got at the grocery store? That was an enormous watermelon. Next, encourage your child to develop their own examples to share with you. An example would be, what enormous thing can you think of that you saw today? That's right, the bulldozer by the park was enormous. Lastly, keep your new words active within your house. Be sure to use these words in daily conversations with your child. This strategy focuses on helping your child understand what the text is mostly about, which is the main idea. With your child, discuss the headings and titles of the text. Ask questions like, based on the title and pictures, if there are any, what do you think this story will be about? Looking at the headings, what do you think the section will be about? What do you think we will learn about in this story? This strategy will focus on helping your child answer comprehension questions after a selected text. In this exercise, you can use the following steps. To start, read the questions first. While reading the questions, help your child underline clue words that can be easily seen in a reading passage. An example would be, what happened in 1892? Notice how 1892 is underlined. This will help to focus their attention during reading. As your child is reading text, be sure to allow your child to underline any information that would help in understanding and answering the questions. Help your child go back into the text to support their answers. These are some additional comprehension resources. Story maps help your child to understand fiction stories. As your child reads a fiction story, they can fill out each section of the map to demonstrate what they know. The map can also be used after reading to help your child retell a story. Read and learn graphic organizers can also help your child to understand nonfiction stories. As your child reads a nonfiction story, they can fill out each section of their organizers to support their understanding. The graphic organizer can also be used after reading to help your child retell what was read.